I'm here with my good friend Armando here in the HR office of Ramsey Solutions, and we're going to help you, yes, a high school student, write an impressive resume with no experience. Keep it live right here on the AO. That's right, it's another edition of the AO right here in Nashville, Tennessee, at the office of Ramsey Solutions. I'm so thrilled about today because I am here with one of my good friends, Armando, who is our Executive Director of HR. As I travel around the country, students are asking me everywhere I go, Armando, hey Anthony, how do I write a resume? I have no job experience, but how do I write a resume? And so today, we're gonna talk about that because this guy and this office, y'all see about how many resumes a year?
Wow, about 12,000 resumes a year.
Whoa. 12,000 resumes. So for sure, he can help us write a good resume. Let's go back 15 years ago. I'm a junior in high school, and let's show me how to put Anthony O'Neill on a resume.
All right, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, let's go here. So truthfully, we should start, and we're just gonna call you AO.
AO.
But you know, we should start with your name at the top.
Right.
There are a lot of people that get really cute and they think they're gonna put it somewhere else, and so they'll come down here and put their name down here, or they'll put their nickname down here or something like that. Anthony, we just wanna know your name.
So
right?
Number one is name has to be at the very top.
Yes.
Okay.
And followed by
address.
How do we contact you?
Okay.
Right? So your preferred method of contact. Now, for a lot of kids nowadays, that's their mobile phone, right?
Okay.
And so the mobile phone should be next. The address could be third.
Okay.
The address is no longer as important.
It's not?
No.
Wow, okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because if you're applying for me, I'm assuming you can get here, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
so you're gonna live somewhere within a 5 to 12 mile radius. Maximum of where I'm at.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be applying here.
That's true.
Now, if you're applying online and you're applying someplace you can't be there, you should not be applying there.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I'm a high school student, this is good. I mean, if I want to work at Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, or whatever, I need to be within a certain mile radius, or at least make sure I can get there.
Right.
Okay.
If you can't get there, you shouldn't apply there.
Okay.
So that really is the top, right?
Okay.
And so then, because you don't have a lot of job experience, then the very first thing that you should have on your resume is, what is your goal?
If I want to go to Chick-fil-A and work for Chick-fil-A,
Yep.
What is my goal?
You want to gain experience in the job market.
Does that change if I want to go work at Target?
You want to gain experience in the job market, specifically in retail.
So the goal gets specific to where we are going. So if I want to go to Target, I'm gaining experience in retail. If I'm going to Chick-fil-A, I'm gaining experience in
restaurant and hospitality, for example.
Ooh.
The resume is going to get you in the door, but then when you're having an interview, you want to talk to them about, if this is your favorite restaurant, say that.
Ooh.
Say, this is my favorite restaurant. If you're applying at Best Buy and this is where you shop when you buy electronics, tell them why. Why do you shop there, right? So Anthony, it's just as important to let them know that you're a patron there as it is to let them know you want to work there.
Okay.
Now, we know that we don't have a lot of jobs to begin with job history, so what do we want to begin with?
Education.
Yeah.
I'm in school.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So tell me about your school. Anthony, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Southview High School.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you do anything there?
Yes, I was on the NFL team, which is the National Forensics League, the debate team.
The NFL?
Yeah, NFL, National Forensics League, which was debating. And then I played basketball.
And then you'd want to explain this, right? So this is, you could say NFL and then the years. How many years did you do that?
All three, so 3 years.
Okay, so you want to put 3 years and spell out what that is, right? Like, what did you do there? What did you learn there?
Okay, that's good.
Now, National Forensic League does what?
We debate. We travel around different schools and we debate on different topics, different lectures, stuff like that. So and I was actually the #1 debater in the state of North Carolina.
Why does that not surprise me? Why does that not surprise me? So that's big. And you said you were in basketball?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Played basketball. This is good.
Anthony, why would basketball be important on a resume?
No idea. I ain't gonna lie. I have no idea why basketball would be good on a resume.
Anthony, here's why. Because it's going to show leadership. Anthony, were you just a regular basketball player or did you excel?
I excelled. I wasn't the team captain, but I was the assistant team captain.
Ooh, see, that's big because you have leadership traits, right?
Yes, I see where you're going.
You have leadership traits, and so you're not just going to list basketball, you're going to say the assistant team captain, right? So basketball is big because you are the assistant team captain.
Okay.
And so that's where it becomes important.
Okay.
So we're going to list everything.
Okay.
So right now we're just saying education. We're going to stay with high school. We're not going to middle school at this point.
Okay.
Okay. If you had some college, so if you were doing this and you were in college and you had limited background, you would still do the same thing. Start at college.
Okay.
Don't go to high school. Stay where you are.
Okay, so that's good. So that's real good here. So when you're in college, if you're a college student watching this, list all of your college education.
Right.
Do not list high school education.
Right.
That's good stuff.
And then we're going to move from that into actual background and experience.
Background and experience.
So this is your job history, right?
Okay.
So at this point we're saying, okay, what is the history of jobs for me? And people say, well, didn't I just tell you I didn't have job experience?
Right, right.
But we do.
Okay.
We have more job experience than we actually know because, for example, as a little kid,
Right.
I used to mow my aunt's lawn.
Absolutely.
And I did that all summer long. It was her lawnmower, but it was my job to be there.
I mowed all my neighbors' yard.
So you had a job, right? You were a
Yes.
lawn keeper. You were a landscaper.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What happened
I
if
said
you didn't?
yawn. Lawn.
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 Got it. But you might have yawned.
Yeah,
while
I
doing
so
it.
not
Okay,
did.
good.
Yeah.
So when you're there and you're doing that, that's experience, right? That gets listed.
Okay. So all of you all who are babysitting, you're cutting grass, heck, if you're putting up fences, if whatever you're doing right now that may not be a job, it technically is a job because you're getting paid
Right.
to babysit.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to cut
Absolutely.
grass.
Yeah.
So it is a job. It's just from different people that you're helping and you're serving.
We're going to list all of those kind of jobs.
Okay.
And all the while we're thinking, who's my references, right? All the while we're saying, who are going to be my references? Who are these people that I can put down on my reference sheet?
Okay.
My reference sheet is going to have between 3 and 5 names. That's it. I would prefer for it not to be any relatives. However, you may end up with your relatives. I would have ended up with my aunt, right?
Okay.
And if anybody had met my aunt, they'd go, holy cow, she's the toughest reference ever, right? But that's how she was.
Okay.
She was my toughest customer.
Wow.
And so I would have ended up with her on my reference sheet.
Gotcha. How do I list me cutting my neighbor's yard? So how would I write that down?
Okay. So this is going to be very hard for you guys, so follow along, okay? I'm going to try to go slow. Anthony,
Okay.
lawn care specialist.
Cutting grass. I was a lawn care specialist. And you are too. Okay, so lawn care specialist.
Yeah. And so did you only cut or did you have to make sure that the clippings weren't on the driveway and on the sidewalk?
Absolutely. I had to cut, I had to trim, I had to pick up the grass and blow it off of the driveway.
So you manicured the lawn, right?
Oh my.
Holy cow,
Yes.
man, you did a lot.
Yes, okay.
And so,
I even had to water the grass throughout the week.
yeah,
Yeah.
when
so-
they weren't there.
Yeah.
So you could say, you know, you had full care.
Manicure and full care.
You took care of everything, right? Anything they needed, you took care of it.
Wow.
If you babysat,
Okay.
right? So first of all, babysitting doesn't get the credit it deserves, right? You don't realize this till much later in life,
Right.
how hard it is for you to leave your kids with somebody else.
Okay.
As you get older, as I get older,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually have kids, I realize that you don't leave your kids with just anybody.
So let's go back to this
So we've
recap,
gone from your name and your contact.
which is a number.
We've put in a goal that is customized to where you're applying.
Okay.
We've started with education, and we've listed the education and any extracurricular activities you've done.
Okay, one thing that's not here is your grade point average. Is that something that we want to list?
It is, however, most of the people, me.
Okay.
So this is for me, Anthony.
Okay.
Not for you guys. You guys are great, but for me, I didn't do well in high school.
No, no, that's me too. I mean, I literally did.
So I didn't list it.
Okay.
But if you're one of those people that excel, you should list it.
That's
It's
good.
important. I mean, it's truthful. It's important.
All right, so
It
let-
just wasn't important
So
to me.
let's just be honest here. You want to sell the good side of you.
Yep.
And so if you have a 2.0, 2.5 GPA, you don't list it. Let's just be real, because that was me. I graduated with literally right at a 2.0, and I would not have listed my grade point average as well, because that probably could have hurt my job.
Yeah.
Or at least the chances to get a good job.
Right. But if you're a 3.5,
You want
if
to
you're a
list that.
3.8, if you're a 4.0,
Yes, you're excelling.
if you're about to graduate summa cum laude,
Yeah.
then you want to list that,
Yeah.
right?
How do we make sure the grammar is right on their resume? What should they do?
Yeah. Your best proofreader for all of you watching this video is your English professor.
Or English teacher if you're in high school.
Right.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is real good. Okay.
Use your resources.
Yeah, and we talked about this in another video. Use all the resources. All of them. As we are closing out here, Armando, I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you want to end with here?
Yeah. So the last things I'll say is, and this is not so much resume writing, but it is. So we'll put out a template,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But the last thing I want to say is when you fill out a job application and you're truthful, and a lot of people now have places where you upload. So you're working online and you're uploading your resume, right? Check the formatting. Make sure your format is user friendly so that the software they're using will upload it correctly. Secondly, and almost as important, is follow-up. Just because you applied someplace and now you're waiting for people to call you back, you know what we call those people that are waiting for somebody to call them back? We call them unemployed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we call them, Anthony.
Yeah, that's good.
And so you want some follow-up, especially early on. People get busy, and so Publix is not going to call you for a sacking position immediately, but if you're there and if you go meet the manager and you say, hey, I just wanted to take a minute and shake your hand, I've already filled out an application, here's my name. If you have that on a post-it note and you leave it with them, if you have something that you can leave with them and say, I've already done your process, right? In other words, I'm not circumventing your process.
Yes.
I've already done it, but now I just want to meet you and have you meet me.
I like that. And this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, because I want you all to be successful. You know me, I have a heart for young people. We're gonna upload on my website, and the link will be here below, a mock resume of myself. So just a template of myself when I was 17. This is my resume. I want you to go through that. I want you to download it. And this is what I want you to do as well. If you have any questions, would this qualify as a job? I want you to leave that question below in the comment section. And what I'm gonna do for this video only, myself and my team, we're gonna answer those questions. Okay, hey, you can do this. And if I don't know that answer, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna ask Armando, hey, how do we do this? A young person said they done this. Can this be a job? Is this something you can put on a resume? Because I want you to be successful. You know why? Because it's that serious. That's what I'm talking about. So I want you to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Y'all, I have a lot of great stuff coming. This is just a little bit. I'm telling you, when you see what's coming, it's gonna be amazing. So hit that subscribe button. Right next to it, hit that bell button, ding. You know me, always. I love that ding, 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 because I'm telling you, I do not want you to miss these amazing life skill videos that I'm sending your way. Subscribe, hit the bell, and tell a friend. And leave a question or leave a comment. Gotta go. It's your boy. It's the AO.